you get the sense you may have missed something. Can't escape your responsibilities now, can you? Okay, if they were not related, I would ship them. She's like Hector con carne. She's misfrizzling the kids. We have to kill Dirk. Happy 413, suckers. I probably wasn't using the correct talk sprite for that. Yeah, there we go. This time, we don't have issues. Hi everyone, it's Jen, and welcome back to more, yes, Homestuck Beyond Canon. Here today for the special 413 update. It's special because the update happened on 413. I'm still a little, oh gosh. The fact that it's Sunday is still kind of angering me, but whatever, dude, whatever. The main issue I had with it being updating today was mainly because I was like, Sundays get really loud around this place. Around this house. And it's like non-stop. So I'm like, the day of rest for me has not exactly become a day of rest. But I was mostly concerned with noise because, oh man, I feel so bad for last month's update where my audio quality was garbage. Jeez. I felt so awful about that. But the audio should be better now. We shouldn't be having issues where it's spiking. I hope not anyway. Please, please, audio god. The audio gods be with me. But anyway, let's get into this monthly check-in because technically we did wrap up Act 1 of Beyond Canon, so we're kind of in the middle of 2 acts right now. So let's see what the monthly check-in has to say. Oh, wait. I just remembered. Quick, we gotta do a quick housekeeping thing. This is a very specific instance. I'm probably gonna have to post this and word this better. And I'm gonna try to word this as best I can. Okay, if by some happenstance, you happen to see me show up in, let's say a certain live streamer's live stream, any live streamer's live stream, like say Crimson Ruze, for example, I don't know how he feels. Oh, I don't know how any streamer would feel about, like, you know, me just jumping in there, because I'm not that, I don't have that big of a head. I know I'm not that big. I don't even have 20,000 subscribers up on here. Not that 19.1 is bad. I'm doing this horrendously. Okay. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay. If you spot me in the chat of someone's live stream, maybe don't bring that up. I mean, I don't know how to... Mainly it's because the live streamers that I watch, they have issues where it's like, oh, you mentioned like someone else's, like, you mentioned another VTuber in the stream that I never brought up, you get banned. So I just don't want you guys to get in trouble for that. So I'm just like, yo, keep it to what the live streamer's talking about. Keep it to the subject that the live streamer's talking about. It's really cool that you spot me in places and call me out. It is fun. That is fun. But I don't know. I feel awkward if like the live streamer like sees it and they might not know who I am, so that might make them feel awkward, or I don't know. Well, I don't know. Things may vary. It's a complicated subject. I don't know how I feel about it. So just like a quick hi, like if you see me be like, hi Jen, I'll know exactly like, oh, this person watches me. But if it's like a subject thing, like if they're talking about something and then like you in the chat like bring up, oh Jen, are you gonna cover this subject? Or Jen, this is my favorite thing that you just did, and I'm like, please don't. I don't. Okay, enough of that. Let's actually get into like the actual update. Let's see. Okay. Anyway. It's James. Okay. Happy 4/13 for those of you that celebrate. Hi, James here. Another April 13th is upon us. Some of you might be checking in for the first time in a while, since it's one of those special Homestuck days. If you don't know me, I'm mostly in charge of the stuff here at Beyond Canon, the current arc of the Homestuck story. The current team and I started in the middle of Homestuck Squared's storyline after its long hiatus, and we're tasked with continuing and eventually completing it. The initial run was loosely based off of Andrew's original outline and the Homestuck epilogues. We're taking the story and characters in a slightly different direction while still hitting some of the key points laid out for us. Oh no, he's covering all of the things I covered in my Hiku video, oh no! About 2 years ago, Andrew's guidance, we formed the Hiku and have been slowly handing out licenses to some fan works so they can monetize. Things have been cooking behind the scenes for a while, and something pretty cool is going to come out of it in the relatively near future. I don't want to overpromise, so I'll just let that happen as it happens. Interesting. Go on. Well, he won't go on. But still, I'm not in charge of anything besides music over at Hive Swap, but I pop my head into the work chat every now and then, and things are coming on slowly but surely for Act 3. WP projects are generally pretty small teams with day jobs, so these things take some time. Thanks for sticking with us. As a long-time Homestuck fan myself, I know how hard it is to wait for things. Today, the Beyond Canon team has the pleasure of working with Honey and Butter, a delightful macaron bakery in Southern California that specializes in these sorts of pop-up event collaborations. A few of my friends have been to these and report that they are delicious. At the pop-up and for a limited time online, there will be some collab-themed official merchandise available. This event was planned, orchestrated, and executed basically in its entirety by our very own Floral, Kim, and Chumi, with some special guest art by the illustrious and talented Hone. They did a great job. They did. That art is like stinking stupid cute. It is so dang adorable. I love it. Especially I like John's and Jade's hair. I like their hair very much. Those siblings have really nice hair. But I've already seen the tweet that was sent out earlier where you said that everything was sold out at the Honey and Butter location. Granted, I don't know when Honey and Butter opens. So I know you had to tell people to not camp outside the building before 6 a.m. So I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, everything's sold out there now. So I guess things have gone pretty well. Way to go, you crazy SoCal Homestucks. Some of you sleuths out there might have caught a little bit of a secret countdown that we'll be talking about more in the coming days. The next Makeship plush drop, John and Vriska, are coming up, and we'll have more news and previews closer to launch. John Vriss is coming! Yeah, I saw someone post that. I didn't see it like on Makeship or anything, but someone posted it on Twitter. Yeah. Hope you guys have a great anniversary, and I'm looking forward to many years to come. So, Addendum 1, huh? Not intermission? Wonder what that means. Check out the update and sort it out yourself. I'm out of here. Get out of here. Don't mind me, I'm just going to Google search what addendum means. An item of additional material added at the end of a book or document, typically in order to correct, clarify, or supplement something. Okay, I getcha. And of course, coda is one of the thesaurus words for it. Music guy would have coda. Anyway, let's get on with this. We got a lot to do, a lot to see. So what's wrong with taking... Okay, so yeah, end of Act 1 was right here. Addendum 1, meat. There's just a steak on the ground. Who threw the steak on the ground? But we're in meat universe, so... Okay, Carcat here. Meat again? I am effing sick of all this meat. I'd be happy if I never had to look at any meat again. Man, it should be amazing and normal if a certain skeletal Man, it'd sure be amazing and normal if a certain skeletal reptilian stalker would emerge from the smelly vents and have a discussion with me that wasn't spelled out in tactical deposits of flesh. Oh, look, Carcat's wearing a hoodie now. He's got like a white shirt and a hoodie. And this, okay, hold up. Zoom in time. I know it's sort of become like almost a running joke at this point, but it wasn't a joke. I literally can't remember which Calliope is which at times. There's like 3 of them running around. 2 of them identify as female. 1 of them is non-binary. The non-binary one is in meat. I'm never going to remember this. I'm just letting you know that in advance. Okay? Okay. Okay, well there she is, and it's all dark on the site now. Okay, who's narrating this? I guess one of the Calliopes, I suppose. Like the Calliope in this one? Startled by Carcat's astounding observational ability, the young cherub prepares to beat a hasty retreat. Startled by Carcat's astounding observational ability, the young cherub prepares to beat a hasty retreat. Oh, F. Oh, older Carcat. Oh, he's kind of... Wow. Wow. Interesting style of Carcat. How old is Carcat? Why? He's like dressed like a kid from the 90s, like a Boy Meets World character. So, when it's Boy Meets World. Okay. Moments later, but not many. Oh, that's a nice Calliope picture. Nice bolo tie. Little sweater vest action going on. It looked kind of strange without the arms in the previous frame, not gonna lie. Why we don't see many sweater vest people, like sweater vest characters in Homestuck. But anyway. I'm sorry again about your head, and also about the meat. I probably shouldn't have been carrying that much at once. It was a lot, but now that you got it all out of your Silodex, instead of leaving ominous, inscrutable stake warnings for me, we could maybe have a normal people talk about... What is it you want? I guess we count as people. People, not human, they said people. People, I guess, is, like, able to talk and have decent conversations. Anyway. Well, they weren't supposed to come off as a warning. I even left them extra bloody for you. Yeah, they were definitely super bloody. You seemed in need of a bit of extra sustenance. A little more protein would fill you out nicely, I think. Gross. I think a lot of people would disagree. But as to why I've been lingering, well, it's somewhat embarrassing, but... More embarrassing than crawling around overhead like a paw beast, leaving raw rump cuts in my load gaper in the hopes that I'll eat them and get huge? We'll just have to chalk that up to a cultural disagreement. At any rate, I'm trying to be vulnerable here. I know I probably should have just approached you earlier, but this is a disclosure of exceeding delicacy, and I've worried that maybe you wouldn't take it the right way if we hadn't already established such great rapport. But asking you to our room would have expedited the process, I suppose. No. Listen, it's very flattering, if a little out of left field, considering we never effing talk to each other, that you're attracted enough to me to heap carnal tokens of affection on my doorstep, and in my respite block, and in my gaper, and in my bed, and sometimes my laundry, and also, weirdly enough, never in the kitchen. I super appreciate you gathering up the courage to do all this that I said no. I'm already up to my cartilage nub in previously established romantic involvement, all booked up. Also, would Roxy even be okay with that, considering I'm seeing his human son? I know incest is a fake human idea, but Dave really seemed to care about it for some reason, like really seems to care about it. Is he the only one? Outside of Homestuck, yes. Inside of Homestuck, it's gray, because technically every single person in that universe that they're talking to is in Candy, and I guess on Earth, Sea, and Meat is technically related. It's the whole Adam and Eve, like, who is Cain's wife situation anew. So it's gonna happen. Anyway, but also this Calliope is not interested. This means something else. We're getting cultural differences. Honestly, putting aside the fact that we've both already got our own crap going on, your vent stink, the fake incest thing, and your scary head, it just wouldn't really work out between us. To put it bluntly, you couldn't handle me. I'm effing crazy. My raging maelstrom of neuroses would tear that perfectly polite, bland personality of yours right off its hinges. Okay, I know I'm coming up across like a next level douchebag here, but trust me, I'm doing you a favor by preemptively squashing any false hope of this travesty before it freaking ruins you. Also, I barely know you. Oh, and he was talking about incest in the fact that Calliope is dating Roxy, and that would be like dating Dave's step creature? Step creature. Oh, you thought, oh, Carcat, this is very embarrassing. No, that's not what I meant at all. Oh, okay, obviously that's not what you meant. Wow, this is embarrassing. Okay, wait, then what do you mean? I suppose I was wondering if you'd, mind reviewing this blushy face. It's my fanfic, Carcat. I'm putting my fiction in your hands. Please be nice to me. Beta read at your own discretion. It's my candy fanfic. She literally wrote the candy fanfic. Bless this girl. I'm gonna keep messing up on the pronoun. I don't give a... Anyway. I made the illustration on the cover myself because we don't have any graphic artists in this freaking spaceship. Hours in the future. Spin, 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 spin. Is he still reading it? So many. He's still reading, though. That's nice. It ends here. What happens after Vriska enters the point? Well, I don't actually know. The visions used to come so easily, but for whatever reason past this point I keep drawing blanks. Feels like the old well dried up, and I thought to myself, well, who better to approach for advice than a true connoisseur of narrative arts? Well, I'm glad you appreciate that. I definitely have a lot of critiques, if that's what you're asking for. Don't ask him about Sense and Sensibility. He has beef with Willoughby. Well, I'm open to hearing them. Truth be told, I don't really plan on changing anything that I've already written, but it's just nice to have someone else put eyes on this for a change. So, what did you think of it? Okay. Where do I start? The formatting for one. Are you still doing chapters? No, they got rid of chapters like a year ago, Carcat. Gotta keep up, man. It feels like the last chapter just keeps going, not to mention all the chapters you just straight up skipped. I'm actually pretty sure I'm going to abandon the chapter format. I think of everything past the point of Dave's apotheosis, his Obama-inspired suicide. Well, that's a reductive way of putting it, but yes, that. Everything past that point seems to me to work more as a first act to a follow-up saga, which I only realized is a good way into the undertaking. But I was hoping more for notes on content. Well, you definitely took our friend group in an interesting direction. Even if you skipped huge chunks of context, it's horrifying and depressing and kind of sadistic. It is. You've got your wrigglers and bigament scope towering over our crappy little nest, burning us all alive as you watch perversely. But also it demonstrates a weirdly apt understanding of the crap a lot of us have got going on, which is odd because I feel like almost nobody ever actually talks to you. My biggest critique is that if someone besides us read this, they wouldn't know what the F was going on. Was that your intention? If you're not neck deep in the Homestuck Sharpie bath, are you really a Homestuck? Sorry, the Sharpie bath got brought up to my mind recently from freaking Crimson Ruze's stream because of the fan art. Which my fan art actually appeared in the stream. Ah, yet again. Okay. But interesting, what we got going on here. What do we got going on? Is this what John saw in that little flash that he had? Like where he was seeing pumpkin cake and June Egbert? So we got like Jade next to Dave in like a dead ship. We've got Jane and Jake, I think, but only one of them is like reaching out. I don't know which one because they have similar haircuts. I think that's Jake, and he's still trying to make this work, I think. We got Ruze and Kanaya. Ruze is like traumatized because she was supposed to get shot in the head, but no. We got, that's Vriska, who's our shining star. We got 4 other stars who are following her down, I guess going into the new Earth. So, okay. Detritus, probably dragging them Detritus. We got a snail? Snail. And John is just getting all swooped, and it looks like he's like very much into the let's go to Detritus thing. He's taking the whole buddy. Oh, is he gonna get his Canon powers back so that he can drag people to Detritus? That's the only logical sense I got in this situation, because freaking the portal is exploded, I think. Vriska was the only one that had like the narrative transport hopping powers, except for John. So John might get his powers back and lead them back, and that's why we got the red road and the blue road, which is John. It looks like it's kind of a mess getting there. Like, how does this loop around? It's almost like a freaking, like, if we don't know where it starts or where it ends. What is this orange? Your fan art is interesting. Oh, is that Yiffy off to the side? Oh, and Harry. But what's up with all the purple smeared everywhere, dude? Since it leads up to Jane and Jake. But also this person here, the snail character. There's no Roxy. And I don't know who this person next to the planet is, so let me... Interesting. Anyway, I'm done rambling. This undertaking was really more about intuition than intention. Mostly I've been writing to decipher what I was seeing for myself. Not to say it wasn't a blast, this rare opportunity for self-indulgence, to infer and embellish so much heart-rending longing I could barely contain myself. Does that count as an intention? Having a good time? Candy was a good time until it was kind of a nightmare. What'd you use for paint, by the way? With your blues, your reds, and his purples. Where'd you get orange? Anyway. I'm not the troll to ask that. Other notes, your tone is all over the place here and you completely ignored your setting. That I can let slide though, since technically John seems to be your main point of view character here, and like, yeah, you're right, there's no way he'd give a flying F about any of that enough to pay an ounce of attention to it. Also, I did like how you handled the sex scenes. You locked in some of the classic noxious black rom tropes that were all the rage on Alternia, and then unfortunately swept under the rug by Earthsea's ideologically whitewashed post-caste society. Nasty crap without the cultural context, but a critical thread in a grand tapestry of love and hate. They all made me want to kill myself, and I respect that. Carcat's like, I hated it more. Well, that's nice to hear, I suppose. I can't in good conscience act like I was trying to say anything. My focus gravitated towards those specific dynamics, probably because they felt more comfortable, culturally speaking. Anyway, this isn't what I was hoping to talk about either. Oh, is my grilling rubbing you the wrong way? This is nothing. You should see the haranguing I put Dave's scripts through, and he has a way more sophisticated and nuanced voice than you. Sorry to say. Well, you really didn't have to say that, but moving past it, I guess I was just hoping that your unique perspective as both a knight of blood and a well-liked scholar of kinship could grant me some insight of how this all wraps up. Wait, you don't know where this is going? You didn't think of an ending before sitting down to do all this? At first I assumed Dave's escape was the ending, which I thought was lovely, but things just kept happening and happening. Oh, this is so hard to explain. It all spiraled out of my hands. Carcat, what do I do? I mean you could call it quits? No! Whoa, settle down, Calliope. It's an effing pet project. Not to me, it's not. Okay, but consider, stories need endings. Who wants to read this sad freak garbage forever? That's the power of fanfic. You go on AO3 and sometimes the fanfics never have an ending and you just gotta sit with it. I do. At the very least, I can't leave things stuck as they are, fridge stuck. But if it has to end, I don't want it to feel pointless. Yeah, I won't pretend I don't get it. You have deliberately dug yourself a giant hole to never-ending bullcrap into, but it would be sad to leave them like this. Exactly! I knew you would get it. I haven't even shown Roxy because I was worried. But you seemed understanding. Yeah, good call. You should play this one close to your chest and basically not show it to anyone who isn't me, ever. Especially Jade. So you're saying you want me to keep... You want to keep reading it? Obviously. Give yourself some credit. I could go on and on about all the ways this is one of the most rancorous tomes I've ever set my bulbs on, but I could never say there wasn't love in it. A weird love, but sincere. Honestly, it's got my pan buzzing. See? This is why I came to you. Yeah, I get it, you little urchin. I'm hopeless. That said, I'm not sure where to start with this either. It's all ended up kind of messy. I mean, I guess we could do some rewrites, but retcons like that are a little amateurish, don't you think? For sure. Yeah, we can't go back and change the past. Okay. Was I right about the John thing? But it looks like Vriska's the one that actually took like the weird meandering path to Deltritus. Okay. Doop, doop, doop. We're back at John's house. It's not on fire. What? Are we on meat, Earthsea? Oh. That bed is on fire. What's that all about? Oh, hello. Hello, Jaspero's Sprite. Who you having wine with? Or milk? Yeah, red arrow. Ooh. Hello. Yeah, we're on Deltritus. Look at the moon, it has shades. Oh, that zapped right there. I didn't see that. That was taking a long time to load. Okay. But they're there. They're on Deltritus. I think John followed them. Do. Welcome to hell. Oh, the ship. Wait, what? The ship was in the... Wait, was it? Hold on. Back. Was the ship in the Okay, I didn't see the ship, but I guess they reached their destination and their ship got hit by the same thing. Got hit by the transport. Oh, okay. We're running at like 2 frames a second. Okay. Shakety shake. Wait. Wait. How did Jane get here? Was Jane with them the entire Jake's here I thought they were back on Earth. What are they doing here? Excuse me? What? Jane? I thought Meet Jane was back on Earth. Isn't she president of the Earth? What's she doing here? Okay then. Rocking the wide leg bell bottoms there though. Are you okay? That was some of the worst turbulence we've had yet. Sakes alive, sailors, the old girl came with railings for a reason, you know. Hop on my bulge. Why don't we take a break? Gold curtains. End of Addendum 1. Okay. That was a thing that just happened. I didn't know Jane was there at all. That was never established. What the... I'm going away from the mic. I'm gonna scream. What was that? Excuse me? Okay. Oh man, I'm running over my cords too. Dang it, son. Okay. My little recording office is so small and I don't have any vents open. Oh man, I'm boiling in here. Is it actually like in the 90s like it's supposed to be? 88. Close enough. But wow. Wow, 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 wow. When worlds collide. Okay then. Literally. Okay. I'm pretty sure that the Zap... Okay, so it has to be John following them. I don't know how he was able to get his, like, superpowers back, though, because Candy got rid of them because they're not canon, so he couldn't have his powers anymore since Canon John's supposed to have them, and Canon John's technically dead. Wow. So this is... Okay, this is gonna get real crazy up in here, up in here, up in here. What in the heck? Oh my gosh. Okay. What? Okay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Nice. Okay. 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 That's a lot to wrap my head around. But yes, so it turns out Candy is definitely fanfic. But now it's not going to be fanfic any longer if the parents from Candy Universe show up on their planet and meet up with... Are the Homestuck kids... Okay. Are the Meet Universe characters, like, are they going to be the same age as their Candy counterparts, or are they going to be younger? Because we don't, technically we don't know how long they were traveling in space. So they could easily make up the, like, age gap where it's like, yes, they were in space for like 20 something years. Funny how that works. So all the adults are like adult age now, instead of like what age they were, like 20 somethings maybe in, I don't remember how old they were in the original like epilogues though. I don't remember how old they like ended up being. It's been a bit. I'm not rereading the epilogues. But yeah. Wow. Okay, that's gonna take some piecing together. Okay. Shaking my head back and forth here. Okay. I'm gonna get this edited. It's probably not gonna come out on the 13th. This is probably gonna come out either the earliest. Okay, so 8 p.m. for the earliest, 8 a.m. the 15th for the latest. If I'm able to get this right, if I'm able to get this done in a good amount of time before editing between my shifts. So yeah, okay. Okay, enough rambling from me. I don't even have it in me to like bring up VTuber stuff like Brainrot right now. I've already brought it up technically in the main reaction itself. But yeah, Ruze did like a 413 stream. I didn't catch the end of it, but he was making a troll OC, and he was explaining to his audience. He's like, so if you notice that the 413 tag or like the Homestuck tags on your social media of choice has just blown up with troll OCs, blame Crimson Ruze. Blame him to death. Because he's actively encouraging even people who haven't read Homestuck to make Homestuck fan trolls. And so they're like, people are like, I've never read Homestuck. I still don't understand it, even though you've spent like the last 3 hours explaining it to me, dog. But let's make troll OCs. So I'm not apologizing for him. That's Ruze, and Ruze will never apologize for that. Never. That dude will never apologize for anything in his life. I swear. Anyway. Though him playing Pokemon is very fun, even though his like guest host Apollo has like some weird food takes. He needs to learn how to chew noodles. Sorry, that's weird out of context, but it's weird in context too. I'm so glad Holostars and like Hololive, just Cover Corp, got the Pokemon perms. I'm happy for them. Anyway, I will see you guys all in the next update, and I really hope you guys enjoyed like the 413 video that I put out about about frame motifs. My brain like skipped about frame motifs for a second there. Very much theory crafting, which is not my strong suit, and I don't know much about musical theory, so I apologize if I upset someone with my wrongness. But then again, in Homestuck universe, anything's canon. So anyway, see you guys all next time. Bye!
Hey there. Consider becoming a patron, just like the phenomenal Alexandra Modelon, Ashley, and Heart's Remedy.